Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball. Welcome to another video. This one shot at Warzone Paintball in Rigaud, Quebec. We're playing at night. We are also playing on the base map. It is attack defend. What's attack defend? Connor's team will be defending the main building on the west side. I'm going to call that the Barracks. We don't have an official call out for it. I'm just going to call it the Barracks for now because it is a base. It's supposed to be a military base. My team is going to be attacking from the opposite side, the east side. And we have unlimited lives as attackers. Now, Connor's team cannot leave that building. There are 2 floors to it. Any of his teammates that go to the top floor, once you step on the top floor, you only have 1 life. If you stay on the bottom floor, well, you have 2 lives. Now, that sounds a little unfair, like, well, unlimited lives, eventually you win. Well, here's the thing. It's a 5-minute time limit. The attackers are supposed to take they're supposed to put 1 foot on the 2nd floor, and the game's over. Now, I'm going to tell you that because we're playing at night, it does change things up. It's the first time for most of us we played at night. This type of scenario in the daytime plays a lot different. For us attacking, of course, it's all about time. It's all about making sure we don't get hit running into the towards the objective, and then it's a matter of getting in. Now, I'm going to play a little bit. Usually I play the opening before we start, and I'll have both cameras, and you'll see the point of view from my camera and Connor's camera. I'm actually going to show my point of view, talking to my team a bit, then Connor's, so it's not going to be in real time, like just going to show a little bit of chatting before that. And we're going to go into this one. So, without further ado, let's start it up.
On a 5 minute, may just get close. I'll be the mouth, I'll talk. Call out, they can't see you. Call out, it's going to be okay. C'est pas comme journée quand tu parles, tout le monde connaît, they know your place.
Moi, je pense qu'on rentre par là, mais il faut quand même qu'il y ait de la présence pour faire comme si. Moi, je venais avec toi, puis on peut faire le tour du bâtiment après.
I'm going to go in the container here. The door opens, so I'm just going to see them, and if we need to draw somebody left or right, we'll do it. Okay. The only way we get in is the doorway, so.
Non, mais c'est pas. Je pense que la porte là est plus facile à prendre. Non, on a été là quand les autres ont déjà été là, c'était impossible. C'était moi qui défendais. Ben, l'autre porte là, il y a comme une salle à gauche, toute noire, puis en dessous des marches, toute noire.
Yeah, I know.
Because look, there's three spots. There's this door, and after these 2 are close together. We need 2 people here and then the rest over here.
No, I get a high tolerance. So how many can we put upstairs?
As many as we want. But it's when you die upstairs, you're dead for good.
How many can we put downstairs?
As many as we want.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw this door here.
That's why all of us just play downstairs, I think.
Unlimited respawn downstairs? No, 1.
1. You have 2 lives. That's why there's this door, then there's a door and another door close together. We need 2 people here and then 4 here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
We need like 2 of the best players there.
I'm not the best player, so.
Well, we have to start inside. Alright, guys, here,
One person on the corner.
here, me and Mike will take this. We'll watch this. No, we have to be in the building. We can't leave.
No!
No! 1 minute! Give us a minute! No, guys, you have to start inside. Come inside. I'll show you. 2 minutes! Give us 2 minutes! Alright? So guys, there's this door in here for you guys, okay? One person's got to watch this door, okay? Then after, over here, this room is safe, kind of, but then in here there's 2 doors, okay? Nobody should stay in this room, but there's 2 doors, here and here, okay? So, people got to watch there, but also here. Alright. I don't know, man. I've never done this. Okay, Mike, we got to get the other side. Yeah, we're going.
Okay, wait. I've already interrupted and the video hasn't started. If you paid attention to what Connor was saying to his team, this is what he's going to do, and it's going to have a massive effect on the game. If my team has to simply put one foot on the second floor to win, then the most important part of the field, of the map, inside that building they're defending, the barracks, it is the top of the stairs. There's 2 stairwells to go up inside. Now, what's the best way to prevent people from going there? Well, you could put guys on the second floor, kind of just waiting there to shoot down on them. Theoretically, if they're going up bum rushing and you do that, and there's 2 or 3 guys that come up at you around that corner coming up the stairs, it's risky. Connor's going to decide to do this. He mentioned he's going to keep all his players on the main floor and protecting that those 2 stairwells. Now, my team doesn't know this, so we're going to slowly approach to try to pick off any guys on the second floor or be avoided getting hit by those guys. The fact of the matter is there's nobody up there. So as we go into this one, now that you know that, how long is it going to take for my team to figure that out or get towards the building? Now, Connor and Mike are defending the southern part, because it looks like one building from on top. It technically is, but in the middle of it, it's just the second floor. There's kind of like an open area between it. So in the south area, Connor and Mike are going to be set up in this area, just with their guns aimed towards the doorway, ready for anybody that comes in there. Now on the other side, you got basically Kill Hit Tom, a couple other of his players. I think there's 6 players on his team total. There's actually 3 rooms here. And while Connor's room, he's defending, the stairwell is right there. You got these 3 rooms in the north. It's the bottom one here where the stairwell goes up. And just like Connor's room he's defending, where the stairwell is, there's a door right in front of it. Now, on the north part, there's actually 2 other doors in the top section here that can be breached. Connor has told his team, don't send anyone there. You can have some people in the room between those 2 to protect that, because if you're in that middle room, you can protect the north doors, you can fire into it, you can also help on the south. So that's the strategy he's taken. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can still bum rush. We can go in there, get lucky with a few shots and kind of pick them off slowly but surely, maybe in a fast flurry. But there's 2 things here. Nobody's going to be on top. How long are we going to take to figure that out? And when we do get in, they are going 100% into just maximizing their lives, staying on the ground, so they each have 2 lives. And they know where the doors are, and the objectives isn't necessarily to just kill us because we have infinite lives. It's just prevent people from going in those doorways. Sorry I interrupted, but important to know as you go through this. There's not a ton of action in this one. Very stealthy. Playing in it was just heart pounding. Maybe the defense don't feel the same way. They just basically held positions. But it was a good one to play in. Again, now let's start it up again. Now let's watch this one play out.
Any balls too, just haul out.
Yeah, okay.
You want to keep a pocket in here for you?
I'm alright.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you though. Honestly, just stay in here.
That's
They
honestly. Totally. Okay, I'll sit.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it is pretty dark, and even if there were enemy players on the second floor, my team getting to the points we are right now would have been relatively easy. But now is the tough part. It's organizing, trying to pick some of them off to give us room to get in there. And remember, every second that goes by means the defending team, Connor's team, is closer to victory.
It's like,
Use your ears.
Now I reiterate to my teammates, use your ears. We got to have an idea where they're situated to give us a better chance of winning, getting in. And all the while, that second floor really looms over us, kind of daunting over us. Of course, there's nobody there. Now, you see this doorway here? That is for the north section where Kill Hit and Tom is, as well as their other teammates there. While I'm really in my head worried about the second floor, this is the door where I can get hit. So I got to be careful here. As you can see, now, cameras in the dark, whether it's a $900 camera or a $100 camera, things don't show horribly clearly. So when we're actually there, we can see a little bit better, but I guarantee you, we can't see inside that doorway. So what I don't know is I'm worried about the top floor. It's that door I really have to be worried about for now. For the next sequence, you'll actually hear Connor ask if Mike moved because he heard some footsteps, and he's so locked in on that doorway, he doesn't turn to look, and that he just asks some good communication there. I've actually got Jeff behind me, so I'm going to be talking to him again, communicating on what we can do here. Now, we will focus a little bit on Connor's camera as the main focus. You'll see him just holding that angle tight. He's behind the part of the stairs that turns to go up, so his left side's protected. He's got that sharp angle on the door. Doesn't allow him to really go up to the right of the field, but that's okay because all that, it doesn't matter the opening of the field, it matters people going through that doorway. And of course, with Mike beside him, he's got an even sharper angle on the left side of that doorway.
Holy shit.
I can get across to that one building in front.
Fuck, is that you walking? Okay. I see shadows coming in. They're in the middle. The guy's behind you then.
Connor mentions he sees some shadows in midfield, and sure enough, we do have a few people approaching. In particular, Jeff is approaching there. And he correctly says, you know, that I am getting behind them, or behind Mike in particular. He guessed right. He knows the way I play. I'm not actually behind him yet because Connor's thinking about going behind the building, and we're definitely going to go behind the building. He's not like, he's not psychic. There are only a few options here. Even though I'm not a great player and I can do crazy things one time, I'm not crazy enough to walk through the front door. So actually the picture, Mike is right here, so I'm kind of more like behind him. But yeah, Connor's right that there is going to be a push going behind him. It's a matter of where and when, because of course we can come in from either side. And again, the clock ticking down. I don't hear anybody from up on top, but I'm not thinking there's nobody there. I'm thinking they're just waiting to pounce on us.
They're gonna wrap around the building. Remember, we have one life. We can respawn. Yeah.
Now here's an angle on that south door, the one that Connor and Mike are defending. You can actually just make up the stairs there, and there's an actual little door, like a little stool to the right of the doorway. It's a bit of a pain if you're going to be running through there and that, but running through there is going to be a pain. I figure that there is somebody on the first floor to the left of it, and as I mentioned at the start of the game, I figure there's probably somebody on the top of the stairs as well. So it doesn't make, you know, but they're both downstairs, but either way it's going to be tough, that's for sure. And there hasn't been a ton of shots. I'm actually going to fire a couple shots into that open doorway just to see if they're going to bite. They're not going to bite. Spoiler alert, they're not going to bite. Should have said that before. Good experienced players on this field. So, hey, it's worth a try. There haven't been a lot of shots right now. There's going to be more as it goes along. Once again, playing in it, I mean, it's like really thrilling. A good kind of stressful. looking behind me, more towards the south part of the field. I'm going to run around the sandbag area because, as Connor mentioned, you know, we're going to go behind him. I do want to get behind him. I want to get to that middle spot between the north and the south sections of the field. I know that a frontal attack doesn't look that great right now, but you never know. So, hey, look, I got to get around there first, get behind the building, and see what me and my teammates in my vicinity can do. I have slapped a fresh magazine in my TMC. I wasn't out. I did fire a few shots before. That magazine I fired those shots with wasn't empty, but in this really stealthy situation, you want to have a fresh magazine. I got like 7 of them to start the game anyway, so we're okay. Now look at the corner of the second floor there. It's ominous, daunting, just kind of like looking over you. Now, I mentioned it in the previous video I released about playing at night here, is in the daytime you can hide in the back of the room when you're on the second floor. They don't see you as much. You can see players easier more in the back of the room, but you don't see everything. So I can't, I really think somebody's up here, as I stumbled through my words there. But I'm thinking at this point, because where I am is they should be able to see me if they kind of just peer over. So I figure maybe they're guarding that stairwell on top. I want to get behind the building, but I want to do it quietly because I figure there's somebody on top there. And if they hear me, all they have to do is just lean over and take me out. And not just take me out like in a spectacular fashion, just kind of easy, laissez-faire, just lean over and pop me. Maybe they'll freeze me. That'll be the decent thing to do. But the best thing to do for me is they don't get me at all. So I have a teammate here in front of me behind the gas pumps. I'm going to ask him for cover. He just crossed over to that position. And you might be asking, why are you asking for cover, Andrew? Because he just made a similar move behind there and nobody fired at him. I figured, you know, maybe somebody, an enemy, just at the last second saw that guy cross over. Didn't really have a shot at him, so now is keeping their position guarded. So maybe now is focused on it, waiting for the next player to go in. So that's why I'm specifically asking for cover. Now, if an enemy wasn't looking at him, is that cover fire going to give away the position? It might, but remember the players, the enemies have to stay inside. Maybe the guy on top will hear. It's a risk I got to take. At this point, I'd rather have the cover fire to help me get around the back.
You do me a favor. I want to get behind you, so throw some cover. Go.
I am looking along the path behind the main building, and I've actually got my marker kind of half up. My initial fear is that there's a teammate of mine behind there, and as a reflex, because normal games that we play on the base here, enemies can leave the building. So I want them to make sure that just by reflex I might shoot at somebody, even though I know the enemies have to stay in. So I'm being safe, kind of going down, kind of trying to peer to see if I see any of my teammates there. And just to avoid, that would be an embarrassing situation. Even if it is unlimited lives for me, I don't want to run all the way back to spawn because time's ticking away. I want to put this shot too. This is a daytime shot. This is the spot I'm standing in right now in the daytame and how clear it is. And I'll just circle by reference point. That's daytime, that's nighttime, where I'm looking at. Now, as I am walking back here, I'm going to the mid area between the north and south sections. Connor does hear me. I'm trying to be quiet. There's leaves on the ground. I'm not the most stealthy person, so yeah. keep the ear. You always have to listen to what's going on in the game, but when your vision is that much diminished, and in this case Connor's mobility, because they can't move out of the building and they're going to hunker down here, yeah, sound becomes even more important.
Behind us. That's Tom. Tom's dead.
Now Tom has actually been knocked out of the game from Connor's team. A little bit surprising. There's been a few shots, not a ton of shots. I don't know if maybe he strayed from the plan and went to the second floor and got knocked out, but he's out. But as I'm in the middle here, I can hear, to my left, I can hear Killhit talking in the north side, and I can hear Connor talking on the right side in the south. Both whispering, by the way, but it's just a little bit of wood between us. So yeah, I know that they have at least one guy right on each stairwell up. And if they're talking to other people in those buildings, there is teammates very close by to them. Good to see a friendly face. There's Jeff in this building in front of, actually he's in front of the north door, but he has a good view on the north and the south doors. So I'm going to get his attention that I'm here, and maybe we can figure out a little plan of attack here. Now, I'm going to do something, I'm just going to throw caution to the wind. Even though it's Connor, I know to my right, I'm going to try a trick that probably won't work, but it's worth a try. I take the flashlight off my marker, which is, it's a straight flash and it also strobes. I'm just going to go around the corner and carefully throw it in that room. I don't think they're just going to fire like crazy and all that, because they're still going to be in the same position. It's not going to really do much and panic them and all that. The thing I would like is if it lands in the right angle, it can, you know, strobe them and make it tougher for them to see the doorway. Now, it's really a shot in the dark, because it might land and only shoot up the stairwell and cover anybody up there. It might only land in the corner and then the stairwell can see. So you can see, I'm just trying something. It's it's low risk. It could be high reward. Most likely, it's just going to be me throwing my strobe, and it could potentially be the best play I make all night at this night event. Let's see.
I don't want to fucking...
Okay, so my strobe goes in there. Connor and Mike don't bite, and it doesn't land in a way that can strobe them directly. It was worth a try. Did you really think something like that I would come up with would work? There might be a chance, but not a good one. Now, as that happened, shots rang out. You probably heard that. It wasn't from Mike and Connor or even Jeff firing into that south part. It was in the north part, because unbeknownst to me, my cowboy teammate here, as I ran and I kind of just tossed that in the south section, he went to try to breach in the north. He got hit, so I'm telling him, you know, you got to go back to spawn. I realized that there have been players pulling up behind me, and maybe they heard people, but why would you go in there if you heard somebody? So I'm reiterating that there's guys in each side. The enemy knows now that guys, the enemies in the north and the south know that we are in this spot, so bit of a tough position for us.
You have to go back. Left side. Respawn. Okay, guys. Here. One. Here.
So the ref calls out. There's about a minute left. We're not doing anything here. I decide, you know what? The south, no way we're going to take that. We're going to just take a chance, go to the north, see who's there, and just try to have one big push, use that term again, bum rush into that section to see what we can do. Especially if we draw some attention and go in the front there, going from the top. We know there's guys in the mid or in the south, those two rooms. Jeff is in that room in front, so if we distract and Kill Hit, who is guarding the stairwell, kind of pulls north, maybe he'll get out of position and be distracted, and Jeff can shoot people out from that area. He's not going to run across though, because Connor has a line of sight on him, but if we go in through the north, maybe Jeff fires some shots through that door, maybe something can happen. Let's see.
We got a minute, right?
Now, I do have teammates already at the north door, and you can actually see daylight here. Well, not daylight, but light, because that is the north door and that front door, so that angle there. Now, my teammate's actually slightly in that doorway, so we know that first room, nobody's there. So they got to be in the other two rooms. He has a little bit of cover if somebody's in the second or third room. So we have an opportunity. We don't have to fight through three rooms. If we're going to rush in, we want it to be a sweep with as few rooms to battle in as possible. So let's keep going. So you may ask, Andrew, why aren't you rushing in with your teammates? I thought that's why you're in the north. I've got teammates there already. I'm going to fire along the top because I still think there's enemies on top. Maybe if I have to, fire some shots at a very sharp angle, but at those front doors. There hasn't been a lot of shots in the game. So if I start spamming shots everywhere, cause a little bit of confusion, everybody's been waiting for firefights, my guys can burst through, maybe we can pull this out. Remember, all we got to do is get on the stairwell up, and with a little bit of luck and a lot of fire around corners, put our foot on the second floor to win.
Fucking shit. Good job, boys. Right there? Damn. Damn! Fucking chair.
My knees are buckling.
Thanks. That was fun.
You think?
All right, Connor's decision to put everybody on the first floor is a good one. Is it a flaw in the game setup? No, because if you do get lucky, if I land that strobe in there and they're blinded a bit, maybe we can time it and get lucky and just go around the corner and pop them, although we don't know that there's two. You never know, but it is a very good strategy by Connor to do there. Could it be countered? With a little bit of communication in that, yeah. maybe with another 2 minutes on the clock. This was a fun one. We actually defended the game before, but I edited this video first. So my team played the same scenario, but inside before, and we'll show that one after. It was fun in the dark, especially. In the daytime, it would be a fun game type, but much more fun at night. I've got all kinds of scenarios as I've edited this on how to approach it next time, defending and attacking. And hopefully we can put those out there in the next season, next year, when we're back out of the field with some more night ops. We're not just gonna do it one night of the year like we did this year. I wanna do this at least 2 or 3 times. So that's it for this one. Hope you liked it. It was a blast to play in, and it was fun editing. I like watching to see like what I did, little things I missed on the camera. Even more to see what Connor did from his point of view in his camera. And yeah, so remember, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Game over.